China and the Philippines are blaming each other for weekend confrontations in the South China Sea that rate among the most damaging encounters in recent times. The country's coast guards clashed twice in disputed waters. One run-in resulted in a direct collision, the first such incident since the leaders' meeting last month to reduce maritime tensions. The crash happened on Sunday near the second Thomas Shoal when Manila's vessels were attempting to send supplies to troops stationed on a grounded warship. The Chinese ships also fired water cannon. This video released by the Philippine Coast Guard shows the incident. Another occurred on Saturday when Philippine maritime authorities tried to reach fishermen at Scarborough Shoal. Beijing ships also fired water cannon, but no collision was reported on that day. China says moves by its Coast Guard were, quote, professional and restrained. Beijing has warned that it will respond to any provocation in the South China Sea, saying it has lodged stern representations with Manila over these altercations.
非方船只不顾中国海警船警告，执意冲闯仁爱礁泻湖，并以危险方式冲撞现场的中国海警船。非方上述举动严重侵犯中方主权，危害中方船只和人员安全。
Meanwhile, the Philippines has summoned the Chinese ambassador and raised the possibility of expelling him. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says the latest confrontations with China will only strengthen Manila's determination to defend its territory. CNA's Buena Bernal with this report.
Philippine authorities tagged as a serious escalation the tense maritime encounters between its vessels and those of China over the weekend, accusing China of dangerous maneuvers, illegal harassment, and the use of water cannons, which it said endangered the lives of Philippine crew on board at risk. On Saturday, 3 supply vessels of the Philippines Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources were subject to China's water cannon in Scarborough Shoal, or near the shoal locally known as Bajo de Masinloc. The mission was completed with some 30 fishing boats receiving thousands of liters of fuel as well as family food packs. A day after, on Sunday, a 4-vessel contingent of the Philippines resupplying fresh provisions to BRP Sierra Madre, a grounded World War II ship in 2nd Thomas Shoal, locally known as Ayungin Shoal, was blocked and harassed by 7 China Coast Guard vessels. This is the largest China Coast Guard blockade contingent that the Philippines has recorded in terms of its resupply missions to Ayungin or 2nd Thomas Shoal. During this mission, Philippine resupply boat ML Kalayaan sustained damage and its engine and was forced to be towed back to the mainland in Palawan province.
The Philippines will never be deterred from exercising our legal rights over our maritime zones, including Bajo de Masinloc and Ayungin Shoal, which forms part of our exclusive economic zone and continental shelf.
Now, the Philippines has called on China to be a responsible member of the international community. But if we're looking at similar incidents in the past, China actually considers its actions as regular law enforcement measures. Over a dozen countries have backed the Philippines' position in terms of the tense encounters over the weekend. The Philippines National Security Council, however, says that these encounters do not constitute an armed attack on the Philippines, which has a mutual defense treaty with the United States. The Council's spokesperson, Jonathan Malaya, also said that these missions do not involve the United States, to counter claims that they were fueled by the United States backing. The Philippine Coast Guard also maintained that water cannons on its vessels will solely be used to combat fires at sea and not as a, quote, offensive tool to damage the vessels of another country. Buena Bernal, CNA, Makati in Metro Manila.